We will cut energy and thank you. I love you too. Stand up, please. Who said that? Oh. Such a beautiful voice. I said stand up. That's beautiful voice, beautiful person. Thank you very much. We will cut energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months. So again, your energy costs for your home, your car, your air conditioning, your heating, all of it, all that is going to be cut by 50% within 1 year. That's what drove up the price of it. And we will also quickly double our electricity capacity. We're going to have, you know, the AI, artificial intelligence. People don't know it's a big deal. I don't know, good or bad. Who the hell knows? You know, I think it's got some drawbacks. There's some big drawbacks to it, but that's going to be the hot thing. That's going to be really the hot thing. And in order to do it and compete with China, they're already building massive electric plants. We will need double the electricity produced in our country right now in order to do it. And we'll have that. If I get it, we're going to have electricity, the likes of which we're going to build plants, we're going to build them next to the factories, and we're going to get very quick environmental impact statements approved immediately. It's not going to take 14 years to get them approved. You know, we had a big refinery, like it was $16 billion, one of the biggest in the world in Louisiana, and a very big, beautiful, it took them 14 years and they were rejected on the environmental impact statement because there was one line and they made for that one line, the thing was like 28,000 pages long, 28,000 pages. They covered every fish ever developed, there was never a fish that wasn't discussed in this statement, but they had one half of a sentence that was not good. They made them do it all over again. Anyway, they're in there for 14 years. I come into office and they complained, and it was a foreign country actually putting like $14 billion into our country. And I said, how long have they been working on it? Like 12 or 13 years. I said 12 or 13 years, and now they're getting fed up. I think they're gonna leave, sir. I approved it in 1 day. It was, and it's built. It's built and operating. It's built and operating, and then we got another one approved quickly. Because that's good. That's not bad, that's good. And it's really incredible. I've never seen a building so big. It's like 3 Empire State Buildings laying on its side. It's got more pipes in it than anything. I said, what the hell is it? All pipes. I don't care. All I know is it's producing like crazy and everybody's happy. I got it done immediately. With the lowest energy prices on earth, we will attract energy-hungry industries from all over the planet and millions of blue-collar jobs. And the reason we can do that is because, again, we have more liquid gold under our feet than anybody else. Otherwise, nobody else could do this but us. We're in position to do it. Instead, we're going all electric, and we don't have that. Although we do have some, and it's usually controlled by the environmentalists. We're going to uncontrol it pretty quick. It's called rare earth. We have some great rare earth signs, areas that we're not allowed to touch. Because if we touch it, the world will come to an end, they say. If we dig a little bit, like China does and like other countries, we have some great rare earth. You know what rare earth is? Different things, including chips and batteries and things. We have an incredible sense, but they're all taken totally off the market because some guy sitting there with very thick glasses looks at it and says, that's an environmental site. And now we can't develop trillions of dollars worth of value, so we're going to be unfreezing a lot of stuff that's been sitting there for millions of years. And it'll be there long after we're gone. We will set up special zones on federal land with ultra-low taxes and regulations for American producers, and entice the relocation of entire industries from other countries into ours. So think of it. We have low energy, we have low regulation, and we have low taxes. Nobody can do that but us. So we have to do it. And we'll do it quickly. I have pledged to remove 10 old, and think of this, 10 old and burdensome regulations for every new regulation. So if we put a new regulation in the book, which is not going to happen often, we have to reduce 10. And nobody cut regulations as much. Nobody cut regulations as much as I did. As you remember, Nobody cut him even close to what I did in the first term. 4 years. In 4 years, I cut regulations more than any other president in the history of our country by far. And that's why you have the best job numbers in the history of our country. You had them because the companies were building, they were building so much they didn't even need what they were building, all right? That was a problem too. But they were building like they'd never built before. We had the best job numbers ever. African American, Hispanic American, women, men, people with no high school degree, people with degrees from the highest, best colleges in the world. And speaking of great colleges and smart people, how good did J.D. Vance do? I drafted the best athlete. You know, Vince Lombardi was saying, go for the best athlete. But I had 12 people that would have been fantastic. But JD did a fantastic job. And his competition that night? He cannot be president. He cannot be president of the United States. If you want your incomes to plummet, your net worth to collapse, your tax bills to soar, your jobs to disappear, then vote for lying Kamala to be the tax queen, to be your president, because if you want to do all those things where your country goes to hell, where your country ends up in a 1929-style depression, then vote for Kamala. But if you want Washington bureaucrats to keep their greedy hands off your money, and by the way, we're moving the Department of Education, we're moving, your state is going to control your children's education. We're moving it. And you know, we were going to do that, but then we got the COVID thing came in, the gift from China. The China virus came in and we had to hold up, but we're going to be moving. Because think of it, we have the worst education. We're like number 40 out of 40. We're right at the bottom of the pack, 38, 39, and 40. Norway, Denmark, Sweden, and I hate to say China. Those are the top 4, and others, but those are generally the top 4. But I'll tell you where we're number 1, cost per pupil. We're number 1 by so much, it's not even close. So we spend more per pupil, and yet we're ranked at the bottom of the list. So here's what we're doing. We're gonna let the great state of Michigan run your education. We're gonna let Iowa run its education. We're gonna let Idaho run their education. We're gonna let Florida run their, lots of states. Now, the way I look at it, many of those states, I would say 35, close to 40, will have education the equivalent of Norway, of Denmark, of countries that do very well. You're going to have then the laggards too. You're going to have some like let's say at Newsom, like California will have a problem. We'll help them out a little bit, but they're going to have to run their own education. It's going to really make, I think we're going to soar. And you know, you can do it for about half the cost too. We spend more money. We have building after building you pass in Washington, D.C., Department of Education, Department of Education. You say, what the hell do all these people do? Here's what I need. I need one good person, let's say, to be the secretary. And then I need a real secretary that takes stenography. I need 2 people because I just want them to make sure they teach English, that they teach reading, writing, and arithmetic. We're going to do that very fast. We're going to do that very fast, and it's going to be great. But to do that, you have to vote for Trump, and you have to do it fast. And you know, while I'm on the subject of smart people, I want to thank Elon Musk. He endorsed me. He endorsed me strong. He said, "You got to vote for Trump if you want to save your country." He's a smart cookie, but he did something else. I was in Georgia the other day, and after the floods, and they were having tremendous problems, in particular in North Carolina. You can't even get in. They were wiped out. They had no communication whatsoever. And they said, "Do you know somebody named Elon Musk?" I said, "I happen to know him. He just endorsed me." They said, "Is there any way he does a product, Starlink?" Did anyone ever hear of Starlink?